Master your life with the 80/20th rule. Have you ever felt like you're constantly busy, but not actually getting anywhere? Like your to-do list is a mile long, and you're just running on a treadmill, working hard but staying in the same place? What if I told you that most of what you do doesn't really matter? It sounds harsh, but it's a liberating truth. There's a simple, powerful principle that can help you cut through the noise, achieve more with less effort, and reclaim your time and energy. It's called the 80/20th rule, and in the next few minutes you'll learn exactly what it is and how to use it to transform your work, your studies, and even your personal life. What is the 80/20th rule? Is this a magic rule? No. The 80/20th rule, also known as the Pareto Principle, was named after an Italian economist named Vilfredo Pareto back in the late 1800s. Pareto observed something peculiar. He noticed that about 80% of the land in Italy was owned by only 20% of the population. He then saw the same pattern in his garden. 80% of the peas he harvested came from just 20% of his pea pods. He realized this was a universal pattern. The principle states that for many events, roughly 80% of the effects come from 20% of the causes. This isn't a strict mathematical law, but a powerful observation about imbalance. Let's look at some modern examples. In business, 80% of your sales often come from 20% of your customers. In software development, 80% of crashes are caused by 20% of the bugs. In your own life, you probably wear 20% of your clothes 80% of the time, and on your phone, you likely use 20% of your apps 80% of the time. The key takeaway is this: a small number of things are responsible for the majority of the results, the vital few versus the trivial many. Understanding this is the first step to working smarter. Why this matters for you? Okay, interesting theory, but how does this help you escape that feeling of being overwhelmed? It matters because we are taught that all effort is equal, that if you put in 10 hours of work, you get 10 hours of results. The 80/20th rule proves this is a lie. The truth is, some of your efforts produce massive exponential results. Others produce almost nothing. When you apply the 80/20th rule, you stop treating every task as equally important. You become a strategic operator in your own life. You learn to identify that critical 20% of your effort that will deliver 80% of the success, happiness, or progress you desire. It's not about being lazy. It's about being effective. It's about focusing your laser-like attention on the things that truly move the needle. How to apply the 80/20th rule, a 3-step guide. Ready to put this into practice? It's a simple 3-step process. Identify, analyze, and act. Step 1, identify. First, you need to choose one area of your life you want to improve. It could be your job, your fitness, your studies, or even your social life. Now, grab a piece of paper or open a new document. On one side, list all the tasks or activities you regularly do in that area. This is your list of causes. On the other side, define the result you want. What does success look like? This is your effect. For work, it might be completed projects or sales. For studying, passing exams. For fitness, weight loss, or muscle gain. Be honest and thorough. Get everything down on paper. Step 2, analyze. Now, look at your two lists. Draw lines connecting the causes to the effects. Ask yourself the critical question: which 20% of these tasks are generating 80% of my desired results? Let's say you're a salesperson. You might find that cold calling 50 people a day takes up most of your time, but following up with high-quality, existing leads is what actually closes 80% of your deals. That follow-up is your 20%. If you're a student, you might realize that rereading lecture notes for hours is low impact, but doing practice exams and summarizing key concepts, which takes less time, is what leads to 80% of your understanding and good grades. This analysis requires brutal honesty. It's not about what you enjoy doing or what feels productive. It's about what actually delivers results. Step 3. Act. This is where the magic happens. Your mission is now twofold. First, double down on your 20%. That vital few, make it your absolute priority. Schedule it first, give it your best energy. Protect that time fiercely. This is your golden goose. Second, what about the other 80% of tasks, the ones that produce little to no results? You have 3 options: eliminate, automate, or minimize. Eliminate, just stop doing them. Is there a weekly meeting that achieves nothing? A report nobody reads? Be ruthless. Automate. Can you use technology to handle these low-impact tasks? Email templates, scheduling software, automatic bill payments. Minimize. For the tasks that must be done but aren't high impact, spend the absolute minimum time on them. Do them quickly and efficiently, but don't let them dominate your day. By focusing on the 20% and aggressively managing the 80%, you create a system where your effort is consistently applied to what matters most. Practical examples. Let's make this even more concrete. In your career, identify the 1 or 2 skills that are most valuable to your role. Master them. Find the clients who bring the most revenue and give them exceptional service. In your fitness, don't get lost in 100 different exercises. Focus on the compound movements like squats, deadlifts, and bench presses, and consistent nutrition. That's the 20% that builds 80% of your strength and physique. In your personal life, who are the 20% of people who bring you 80% of your happiness and support? Invest your time and energy in them. What are the 20% of hobbies that bring you 80% of your joy? Make more time for them. The 80-20th rule isn't just about work. It's a philosophy for a better, more focused life. Conclusion. The world will always demand more of your time and attention. The 80-20th rule is your shield. It's a mindset that empowers you to stop being a passive recipient of tasks and start being a deliberate architect of your own success. It's not about doing less, but about doing more of what matters. So here is your challenge for this week. Pick one area of your life, just one. Go through the 3 steps. Identify, analyze, and act. Find your vital 20% and focus on it. See what happens. Let me know in the comments which area you're going to apply this to. Stop drowning in the 80% of trivial tasks and start thriving in the 20% that truly counts. If you found this video helpful, hit that notification bell so you don't miss the next videos on productivity and self-improvement. Thanks for watching. Now go be effective and have fun doing it. You got it.